name is Brandon Vazquez, and the title of my film is Obsession. The film is about a young poet who he falls in love with a woman, but however, she ends up falling for someone else and becoming in a relationship with that person. And through the story, what we're seeing is him being obsessed with her, him stalking her and her boyfriend as he writes down a poem about how he feels of what she's done to him. So throughout that story, we see those things. The idea of that I got from this story was from the show You. I started watching the show not long ago, and I caught inspiration from it. So the plot is similar to the show. However, the distinct details is that it is a poem. It's a poem that is being read out to us throughout the whole film, and it's through that film we see how the character, which is Joshua, he is the main character, and his love interest is Marissa, who's dating Mike. So throughout this film, we see how he's slowly losing himself as he stalks her until eventually we see the demise of not only Mike's life and Joshua's psyche as he commits an act that goes against everything that he stands for. The planning process was pretty quick. We didn't have that much time to plan things, so I had to figure out what location would work best for the film. So I ended up meeting up with a friend, and we started talking about what certain locations would work best. We figured out it was a certain park that's nearby my house and my driveway, in front of my house. It went pretty good. The locations was found pretty quickly. Writing the script, it didn't take me too long. The only thing that took me quite a while was making sure that everything was cohesive. The script in itself is also inspired by a poem that I wrote not too long ago. So I used key concepts of that poem, or at least the idea of it all, and used it to implement into the script, also with the inspiration of the show titled You. Storyboarding and scouting locations, as I said, it was pretty quickly. The only thing was the storyboard. It was the first time I ever done a storyboard. So I had to use AI, which I was allowed to do, so I'm glad that was part of it. The exciting thing and challenging part of pre-production for me, one exciting was doing it. It was the first time that I do something like this in terms of not only just writing a script, but shooting and casting. The challenging part was that the casting was trying to figure out who was able to be a part of the project and who was able to be in that specific day that we had, because we only had one day to shoot due to everybody being busy. The unexpected obstacle for me must have been the time. We were expected to start shooting around 7:30 and be done by around 12. However, we were a bit behind schedule, so we ended up finishing shooting like around 2:30 a.m. So that was unexpected. The specific skills and technique that I learned was the camera work and directing. I've never done any of the two. I usually just write stories and just watch them play out whenever someone wants to direct it or whenever wants to use the camera work. Two creative choices that I'm actually proud of is the shot that I do where I'm laying on the floor and Joshua is punching Mike. So it's like a point of view of Mike. And then it's the same scene but different perspective, and I'm right behind Joshua's shoulder as he's punching Mike, and it just shows like Mike's face as he's getting beaten up and bloody. Two major takeaways that I took away from this filming experience would be the scheduling and casting. Next time I should be more strict with my schedule, and then also make sure that I cast everybody else beforehand. These experiences helped shape my perspective, because I did not know, though it was just a 4-minute short film. We took like almost 8 hours of just shooting. So that's something in perspective that kind of changed me. And just to wrap up, I just want to thank my friends. I want to thank Jeremiah, Josan, Abby, Zabdiel, and Justin for being a part of the short film, for helping me out in this project. I was freaking out when I didn't have people, so I'm pretty glad that they were able to help me out.